Ladies and gentlemen, I just got done watching the first hour of NXT on the USA Network. NXT Live, it is officially on the USA Network, and my God, it did not disappoint. I cannot remember the last time a wrestling show on a TV network left me so hyped at an ending of that show. Now, I was going to watch the second hour of it, but it's on the network, and I thought I would get ahead and give you my review of the stuff that was shown on the USA Network, because my God, what an hour. And I can only imagine what the 2 hours will be. You're probably wondering, why did they not show the 2 hours on the USA Network instead of just putting that 1 hour? Well, it's because apparently there's this show that's having like some series finale. This is only for this week and next week, and then starting in October the 2nd, which is the day AEW debuts, we will be officially getting 2 hours of NXT on the USA Network. But that 1 hour that they showed from the beginning, with Hunter coming on the screen and just giving us a great promo with the video package they showed, they got you hyped as soon as the show started, my boys. You start off with an amazing fatal four-way with some of the greatest women wrestlers in the company. It's amazing to see women wrestlers that aren't just Becky, Bayley, Charlotte, and Sasha. Like Candice LeRae, I've been a huge fan of since, I've seen her bar wrestling with Joey Ryan. I mean, my God, Candice LeRae is super, super talented. All the women in that fatal four-way were absolutely unfreaking believable. And the match itself, oh my God, that is the definition of NXT. That fatal four-way women's match is the definition of NXT. Just that hard hitting, like Hunter said, don't blink. And if you blink during that match, you might have missed some epic stuff, my boys. That fatal four-way between those four amazing women was absolutely fantastic. Obviously, spoilers, Candice LeRae did come out on top. And now, man, Baszler versus Candice LeRae is going to be insane. And I kind of do think that Ripley is going to end up being involved in that as well. A triple threat match between Candice LeRae, Baszler, Rhea Ripley for the NXT Women's title is going to be absolutely iconic. But that fatal four-way to start the show, it really put NXT on that pedestal, and it really showed why NXT is the premier wrestling show, not just in the WWE, but in my opinion, NXT is the best show in professional wrestling today. And they started with an absolute banger of a fatal four-way match that really highlights the biggest strength that NXT has. It's just hard-hitting, great wrestling. Like the crowd, this crowd was absolutely on fire as well. They were on fire from the beginning that the show started all the way till that main event between Roderick Strong and Velveteen Dream. But we'll get to that in a bit. But this fatal four-way, hard-hitting, every woman was able to have iconic moments. It was just such an amazing fatal four-way match. And again, it highlights the strength and what NXT truly is. And if we get more of that moving forward, NXT on USA is going to be absolutely insane. I tweeted this on my Twitter. Follow me on Twitter, by the way. If you haven't, go check me out. I tweet a lot. But I tweeted this. Wednesday Night Wrestling is going to be Liddy AF, my boys. It is going to be absolutely iconic. I'm hyped, man. You start off with that Triple H promo with that video montage of what NXT truly is. You go straight into an iconic fatal four-way. Candice LeRae gets the win. You tease the Baszler-Candice LeRae rivalry. It just great start to the beginning of NXT Live on the USA Network. I mean, from the beginning on, you could just get this is a different flavor. This is a different tempo. This isn't Raw. This isn't SmackDown. It doesn't have like that slow type of grind that it usually has. And it's just right off the bat, you could just tell that NXT is going to be absolutely successful, my boys. You just could tell right off the bat that this show is going to be absolutely epic, and I can't wait to see it. Just see it develop and see how long they could take this. Like Hunter said, this wasn't the destination. Now, this is just the beginning of NXT. And again, I loved that Triple H monologue, that promo he had in the beginning of the show. It was absolutely fantastic. The Fatal 4 was awesome. I do enjoy that they were able to have some different moments here and there to establish some stars, to get to know them. One was Cameron Grimes. He was in a 6-second match, but it was a fantastic 6-second match. The one thing that Hunter said that really stood out to me is don't blink. That's one of the big things in this whole thing is do not blink. And Grimes comes out there and wins in literally 6 seconds with a beautiful finisher in the corner. It was fantastic. Obviously, he has a great independent career. They did change his name. He's fantastic. 6 seconds, quick, get him out there, get him in front of the TV. In that first hour, we could just shove him in there right in the middle between that amazing fatal four-way, and we give him a 6-second match that really highlights what he truly is. Also, it puts him in the middle between the main event for the first hour of NXT Live and, that fatal 4-way. I'm really excited to see what Cameron Grimes does moving forward. I wanted to see more, but those 6 seconds were so hard hitting. I think it fit perfect for that 1 hour they were just going to have on NXT. Then you go to the main event, Velveteen Dream versus Roderick Strong. Roderick Strong, one of the best technical wrestlers in the game. Velveteen Dream, one of the most iconic characters in wrestling history. He's a mix of Goldust with freaking Rick Rude. This dude, Velveteen Dream, is absolutely phenomenal. This guy, from where he started off, remember, he started back in the days, way back of the Tough Enough scene. Where he's been able to take that character to where he is right now, being the North American champion. The run he's had with that North American title has just been fantastic. I love Velveteen Dream. The dude is such a worker, and I was very excited to see this match. The triple threat match between Velveteen, Roderick Strong, and Pete Dunne at TakeOver, the last TakeOver, I think it was the last TakeOver, was fantastic. But again, the biggest thing about that match is that Roderick wasn't pinned the last couple of weeks. One of the best things I saw on NXT was when Roderick Strong burned the iconic Velveteen Dream sofa. That was fantastic, and my boys, what a match to end the first hour. This match was beautiful. The mind games for Velveteen. From the moment Velveteen enters a ring, the spotlight is immediately shined on this man. He is gold. He is just everything you want from a professional wrestler, from skill standpoint, from look, from charisma, from character aspect. Velveteen Dream checks all the boxes when it comes to a professional wrestler. Again, as soon as he hits that ring, it is all eyes on the Dream. And this match from the beginning was just technical. It was hard hitting. It had story-driven drama into it. By the way, the NXT announce team, absolutely love it. I'm going to butcher his name, but Mario, I'm going to make it Mario. Mamma Mia. I'm going to butcher his name. I don't want to say it because I'm going to butcher it. I love that he's back on TV because this dude is one of the best announcers, not just in wrestling, in all sports. I just don't want to butcher his name. Mamma Mia. I'm just going to call him that for now because I'm going to butcher it. I'm so bad with names, my boys. It's just me saying it's going to be just so terrible. I'm so glad he's back. Beth Phoenix is fantastic on commentary as well. This commentary team, I usually like commentary teams that are just 2 people more than 3, but for whatever reason these 3 work so well together, better than what we get on SmackDown, better than the commentary that we get on Raw, most definitely, and even better than commentary in AEW. But we'll get into the AEW because they did something during this NXT debut on the USA Network that was absolutely hilarious to me, but smart business decision. It was very smart, but we'll get to that right now. Back to Roderick versus Velveteen Dream. My God, this match, it was just absolutely fantastic. Roderick Strong hit a beautiful V-trigger and then hit a beautiful freaking Boston Crab locked in onto Velveteen Dream. Remember, they weren't letting Roderick Strong use the Boston Crab, aka the Walls of Jericho, for a while. But now that Jericho has pretty much been banned or banished and forgotten by the WWE, Roderick has now started using the Boston Crab, and he does a pretty damn well job using it. Fantastic back and forth between these two. You're going to get the iconic Velveteen Dream mind games when he does the Rick Rude stuff. I mean, it's just fantastic stuff from Velveteen Dream. Of course, Undisputed Era comes out. Roderick hits his finisher. Velveteen Dream kicks out. You're thinking, oh my God, there's only 2 minutes left in the first hour. And that is what wrestling, just that anticipation. I would say a little bit too many commercial breaks, but that's just the USA Network being the USA Network. I don't think the WWE has really that much control of how many commercials they can have or can't have. I wish they would do split screens like they do with the NFL and other wrestling matches, especially this one. The Velveteen Dream match with Roderick Strong definitely didn't deserve as many commercials as it had, but I will say it did add a more anticipation to it. There were just moments there oh my God, what's going to happen? Is the match over? The kickouts from Velveteen Dream, the fact that he was able not to tap out for the Boston Crab that Roderick had locked in. Undisputed Era comes out. Adam Cole hits the super kick on Velveteen Dream while he's on the top rope. Roderick hits his finisher, 1, 2, 3, and Undisputed Era has all the gold. The tag team titles, the NXT title, and now the North American title sits firmly around the waist of Roderick Strong. Adam Cole told us from the beginning of the year that Undisputed was going to be dripping in gold, and it seems like that is a fact, and I'm all for it. I miss the days when the WWE and wrestling in general had those strong stables. You had Evolution. You had so many different stables that were just dripping in gold. And I feel like WWE has went away with that from a couple of years. I mean, and now you have the Undisputed Era. And they're the closest thing we'll ever get from Evolution when it comes to just being a successful wrestling stable in the WWE. I enjoy the fact that they have all the goals because they're establishing themselves not only as the best, some of the best wrestlers in wrestling today. It's like the Ring of Honor boys have all the gold now, which is absolutely hilarious. But it just establishes them as the biggest heels in the NXT company and also the biggest heel stable and the strongest stable, not just in NXT, but of all of WWE, which is why I cross my fingers and I hope to God that Kevin Owens finds his way to NXT and joins the Undisputed Era in some capacity, and then somewhere down the line, maybe give us Kevin Owens versus Adam Cole, because if you ever give us that, take my money. Again, you're probably wondering why I'm not doing a reaction or a review of the whole 2 hours, but again, if you missed it, the first hour, for the first 2 weeks, just this week and next week, they're only showing 1 hour of NXT on the USA Network for 2 weeks. In the third week, which ironically is the day that AEW debuts on TNT, then they will go to the full 2 hours being shown on the USA Network. Now, talking about AEW and talking about the biggest thing that everybody wants to know, the All Elite Wrestling versus NXT Wednesday Night Wars. During NXT debuted on the USA Network, and just like yesterday, AEW aired a commercial during NXT Live on the USA Network. Some may call that petty. I call that smart business decisions, my boys. It's smart to get your brand out there. You know, a bunch of wrestling fans were watching SmackDown yesterday. They were watching NXT today. Definitely NXT was the #1 trend on Twitter. Follow everyone on Twitter. AEW showing a commercial during the first NXT Live on the USA Network is smart as hell. I don't know how I'm going to do it, my boys. I'm going to have to do like a split screen type of thing to watch both products, because both products are going to be absolutely iconic and amazing and epic, and it's just going to be too difficult for your boy to go from NXT to AEW and just go back and forth, because I want to watch both of it, and I want to consume what NXT and AEW are giving us. Now, I'm those type of people that I don't pick a side. I just want to watch good wrestling. That's all I care about at this point in my life, is watching really good wrestling. NXT, in my opinion, is the best wrestling promotion in the world today. AEW, it's exciting. They have some stuff to work on, but it's definitely exciting. I'm definitely all in on AEW. Need a little work in commentary and production, but the wrestling is by far right neck and neck with NXT. I think NXT has better production though, and commentary is one of those two things that are a little bit more, better than AEW at this point. But again, AEW is barely starting, and NXT has already been established for the last couple of years. AEW, it starts on October 2nd, Wednesday, October 2nd, which is also, again, the day that NXT goes from 1 hour to 2 hours on the USA Network. That is going to be a tough thing, because I just want to watch both of them, and I want to watch both of them live. So I'm going to have to do a split screen, because if NXT is going to be anything like this, and I have no doubt to doubt them, because they have been this for the last couple of years on the network, from TakeOver to their network shows that were previously filmed and not live. This is what NXT has been for the last couple of years, ever since Hunter has taken control, and now he has the clip there with Shawn Michaels helping him by his side. I have no reason to doubt that NXT is going to be this way moving forward. It's what they've been for the longest time already. AEW is one of those things where you have to wait and see, because you don't know what we're going to get. Yeah, we've seen what the product could be based off the shows we've gotten. I believe at this point we've gotten 3 shows or 4 shows. I may be wrong. I want to say 3. I think there was 4, but one of them was like a video game tournament, and it was kind of like not a low budget, but just like a small little show. It wasn't necessarily like the big shows, like the one we got in August and the one we got back in May. And I think we got another one in July. I think we only have like 3 shows. The 4th one was like a video game one. But if we got what we got in AEW, I think AEW needs to really establish the production and commentary a little better. When it comes to that stuff, going up 1-on-1, if you want to compare the two companies. The wrestling is there, the storylines are there. I'm fine with Chris Jericho as champion. I think Chris Jericho is establishing himself not just as the best heel in AEW, but one of the best heels in wrestling, like he has for all the years. Chris Jericho, greatest of all time, no debate. It's just going to be hard, man. It's going to be really difficult to like channel stuff between these two. Again, I'm probably going to have to do split screen because it's going to be one of those nights when you're going to have like an Adam Cole Undisputed Era type of promo, and at the same time it's going to be Chris Jericho versus the Elite, or Chris Jericho versus Cody, or Chris Jericho versus Kenny, or Moxley, or anybody else down the list of wrestlers that have, or Chris Jericho versus Pac. There's just a list of guys. The rosters, compare the two rosters. I think the women's division AEW is better than NXT. No, I misinterpreted that. I believe the NXT women's roster, in my opinion, is very much superior than the women's roster in AEW. I kind of want to give the slight edge to the men's roster in AEW over NXT, but NXT is so stacked, it's kind of the same. What I'm saying pretty much, it's going to be very difficult to sit there and pick one, or sit there and just watch one. I know there's going to be a lot of guys who are going to be AEW marks or NXT marks and just want to watch the one thing and bicker on Twitter and argue over each other which one's better. I'm not going to be one of those people. I'm one of those few people that believe enjoy all the wrestling that we can get. This is the golden age of professional wrestling. There's no reason why we should have to pick one or the other. But after watching this, I could tell it's going to be very difficult to consume both shows at the same time in a manner that I want to. I could flip the channel back and forth, like back in Attitude Era when we had WCW and WWF. You could do it that way, but I really want to see how they do this. The Wednesday Night Wars are going to be absolutely interesting, but the first shot has been fired. That was on purpose. Don't get me wrong. Showing an AEW commercial during NXT's first live show on the USA Network, the first shot's been fired. I want to see how petty they can get. A lot of people hate when people get paid. A lot of people hated when Cody used the sledgehammer to destroy the kayfabe Triple H throne. I liked it. I like it. Let them be petty. I'm all for it. I have no horse in this race. I have no money in this. All I want to do is watch good wrestling so I can give you guys good videos and good commentary and good reactions, etc., etc. I'm hyped. Put this first hour of NXT versus any hour in the SmackDown or Raw in the last 5 years, and this first hour of NXT blows it out of the water. Wednesday Night Wrestling is going to be litty. I can't wait to see this. I hope you guys enjoyed this first NXT live review. Comment down below, please. Let me know where your guys' reviews were. I would love to hear it. Again, I wanted to do the second hour. Your boy doesn't have the network. I mean, at least the WWE should give me the network for free since they're always copywriting all my reactions. I get it. Just don't block the videos. I already got 2 copyrights in the last 2 days for my top 10 reactions to SmackDown and Raw, which I don't mind. I don't mind making no money off of those videos. I do those videos because you guys like those videos, and it's a way that you guys comment more on my wrestling videos than my movie reactions, and I enjoy that more. I enjoy talking to you guys and discussing all things wrestling. I don't comment right away, but when I see it, I will comment to you. So please, comment down below. I would love to know your guys' thoughts on the first NXT on USA. Comment. Give me your review of the show. We could discuss it. We could talk about it. I'm all for that. Follow your boy on Twitter, by the way, because I talk about wrestling a lot on my Twitter, and basketball and sports and stuff like that. I might be a little bit annoying on Twitter because I tweet a lot. So go follow your boy on Twitter. There should be like a little @ sign here. Go check it out. Links are down below. Subscribe and join the Hollywood Click. I will see you guys tomorrow if there is anything. If there's not, wrestling videos are back. We'll figure it out. Again, I do want to bring vlogs and podcasts to the channel and give you guys the most content I can give you at this point. Again, this setup is going to be totally different probably by October, I'm hoping, or sometime soon. I'm not going to give a timetable, but I'm definitely going to have a better setup than this setup that I've had for the last year. It's going to change really soon. It's going to be more professional and look even more cleaner and even look more better. So I can't wait to show you guys that. My boys, links are down below in the description. Comment down below, please. Give me your review. I will see you guys later on. You guys enjoy the rest of your night. NXT Live, that 1 hour. Hunter, take my money, my boy. I absolutely loved it. Comment down below. I'll maybe see you tomorrow. Also, before we stop this, big news. There's a series coming to my channel in the very near future. And let's just say, if you're a fan of Being the Elite, which is on YouTube from the Young Bucks and Kenny and AEW, if you're a fan of that, I'm bringing something very similar to that to the channel. I hope you guys watch it. Actually, here is the official poster for this series coming to the Hollywood Hogan channel. It's going to be fun. It's going to be awesome. You're going to meet a lot of new people and a lot of new characters. I can't wait to share this series with you. A lot of it's going to be real. A lot of it's going to be a vlog style video. Again, if you're a fan of being the elite, then you're definitely going to be a fan of this. My boys, this is coming soon. I hope you're ready for it. It's going to be a fun time. I will see you guys later on. You guys enjoy the rest of your night. Too so.